Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I will be speaking to you freely. I will not read anything, I haven't written down anything to read, but I want to speak freely about speaking up. Now, that's the message that I have been feeling like giving out today. One of the reasons for that is that from my own experience, um, I've been in situations, lots of situations where I felt silenced, and I keep suppressing myself, making myself smaller, not speaking because of fear that I may offend other people or may get in trouble or so on. So many situations I've been into where I keep quiet just to keep the peace. But one of the things is that what normally happens is that I suffer internally. I experience lots of anxiety and stress and more fear of what will happen and so on. And so at this stage, I have learned that speaking up solves problems better, and it is easier to speak up and let people know where you stand rather than to have people treat you badly, not realizing that they're actually treating you badly, and have a chance of getting your problem solved. Now, I know that it isn't that simple, and if you're a spiritual person, you feel it more greatly because on a deeper level, it is not so much about saying something, it's about the depth that it goes to, and it's about what happens in the moment that you actually speak. Something breaks. You break a particular silence. There's a different energy to the trajectory of your life. Now people start to respect you, they start to see you differently, and they start to think twice before they treat you badly or before they talk down to you. So many times it's just a matter of breaking the fear of speech. Now, if again, those who are very spiritual people may have been shoved into boxes and silenced because you're different, you see things differently, and you you see beyond the veil of things, and you are the only one in your surrounding or in your workplace or in your family or in any particular group of people. You're the only one who can see things differently and who can see things at a depth. And what really happens here is that when you try to speak, you feel like a whole mob is against you, and you feel like you're the only one and maybe something is wrong with you. So you start to question yourself, and you start to even question your own level of intelligence. The group itself may even make you feel like you are not smart, like something is wrong with you. You're not intelligent to be speaking these things. But it's only that you're in a place where you're more evolved and more aware, and you have deeper eyes for things. You can see far ahead, you can see the trouble ahead, but the people around you cannot see it. And so sometimes you're speaking from a place of the future where you already see through everything, and you're just speaking from that place, but the people around you are not there as yet. And when you speak, what happens is that you bring light to these things that other people have not been able to perceive. And that's a gift. It is not a curse. It is a blessing to be able to bring light to many things. Sometimes people are suffering and they don't even realize it. But when you are able to speak, you bring light, you shine light on things. However, the people around you may not be ready for that truth. And that's another drawback. But again, it is not your role. If you're in a situation where you feel the urge to speak, the divine source, the universe, whatever you want to call that higher intelligence, is really saying to you today that It is not your role to decide to speak or not to speak because you're afraid that people won't understand or you'll be rejected. The divine force, the all powerful force, higher intelligence knows what it is already doing, and you are a vessel. You have the gift of speech. You are the one to bring change through speaking, even if it is uncomfortable, and even if at first people disagree with you, eventually you are going to bring change. So while it is not comfortable for you in the situation to speak and to have your voice be heard or to feel loved and accepted in a group, you still have to speak. It is a gift and not a curse, because eventually what will happen when you stand your ground and you speak with authority, because you have been given the authority to speak, it is a blessing, it's a gift. And so when you do that, you allow the people of you around you to awaken. And awakening isn't comfortable. So people around you may start to look at you a particular way. You might get stares, you might feel lots of judgmental energy coming towards you, but it won't be for long, because eventually what you have been saying to them, they will start to see it. And once they start to see it, they're going to remember that this started somewhere. Somebody said something, and they will make reference to it, and there and then your respect start to build, start to grow, because you've opened their eyes. But if you continue to remain afraid to speak up, there will be no change, and the people around you will continue to suffer, and they will continue to be blind. So it is a calling. And so Source is saying to you, speak up. It is a calling for you today to speak your truth, because it is needed in this world today. All right? Our light is needed. We need to use our gifts now. It is a calling. It is a calling from the divine right now, because there are many people across the world like you, like me, right? Who have countless gifts, but they're afraid to use these gifts because of what may happen, what they're afraid will happen. But Source is saying you are protected. You are guided and you are protected. Nothing can come up against you. When you do the work of the divine, you are protected. You are shielded and you are sealed and protected, because there is no way Source, the divine power, the universe, is going to call you to do work and send you out there unprotected. You are protected. You can count on your protection. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And these times are times when you step out there and you speak, and people come up against you, watch and see what happens. Source is there to protect you, to guide you, and to shield you from them, because the truth has to be spoken. This is a time of light, and this is a time for everything to be brought into the open, everything to be brought to light. And so there are forces that are at work that do not really want to see things being brought to light. But no matter what, it has to come to light, because this is a season, it is a time, it is an era of light. And it's going to get brighter and brighter and brighter each day. So even when things seem to feel heavy around you, you don't have to worry. The light is coming. Things are getting brighter. We are getting better. So I want you to be at peace. And when you feel the urge and the need to speak, even though there are people around you who want to silence you because of their own interests, they want to remain where they are, so they would prefer not to hear the truth. But Source is saying to you, speak up, and I have your back. That's the last thing I heard. I have your back. You're gonna be all right. Speak up. Start speaking. Most of you who I'm speaking to today, you have something to speak about. You have something to speak up about. Speak up. And Source is saying when you start to speak, that's when change will come. Start to speak. Speak up. So today, this is the last thing I'm going to leave with you. And I hope that you have a blessed rest of the evening. And I hope that this message made a difference. And I hope that you use your discernment. Use your discernment and know when to speak and when to keep quiet. But never choose to keep quiet because someone else is silencing you. Never be silenced. Choose silence when it is necessary. But never be silenced by anyone around you. And never make yourself small for anyone. Take up space. Be in this world and carry your light with you. Carry your gifts with you and use them to get through. I thank you for listening. Have a pleasant day. Peace, love, and light.